Welcome to our deep dive tutorial series. In this series, we'll explore different segments of our product customization app. Today, we're focusing on the Appearance tab, which allows you to define how the product customizer looks and feels in your store. You can configure different user interface layouts here, giving you a wide range of customization options. You can set one layout as the main UI in the global settings, but also create product-specific UIs for single products or product groups, which can be linked in the customization profiles. Today's journey will cover the admin buttons and all the layout options, how to add and remove modules and actions, how to check which elements are displayed in the toolbar and how to place it, how to change the colors of the designer and how to further customize details with custom CSS. At the end, we will cover the options of our guided tour. Since this is quite a technical topic, feel free to skip ahead to the chapters in which you are interested, using the timestamps in the description. Let's get started. At the very top of the Appearance tab, you'll find a set of admin buttons that help you manage your UI layouts. These controls allow you to save, create, switch, and delete layouts easily. When you click Save, the app will save any changes made to the currently selected UI layout. If you want to create a new version of a layout, use Save as New. This creates a copy with a new name. Just keep in mind that once a UI is named, its name cannot be changed later. The Switch Layout button opens a drop-down menu, letting you choose which layout you'd like to work on. You can also delete the currently selected layout using the Delete button. There's also a Reset to Default option. This will completely reset the selected UI layout back to the app's default state. It's important to note that this doesn't revert the layout to the state in which it was originally created, it resets it to the default that comes with a fresh installation of the app. Speaking of fresh installations, when you first install the app, you'll need to use Save as New once, before you're able to save any changes to the layout. To use this new UI as the default for all products, you'll need to select it as the main UI under Settings General. As you make changes to different elements within the Appearance tab, those changes will reflect live in the designer preview displayed in the middle of the screen. Next, let's take a look at the layout configuration options at the bottom of the page. You can select the mode for your main navigation bar, choosing between a sidebar on the left, a top bar, or an off-canvas layout that places the Modules bar at the bottom and the Actions bar at the top. If you're using the Customize button as your designer mode, keep in mind that only the sidebar left layout is supported in that mode. You can also choose where the view selector appears within the interface, either aligned to the left or right inside the canvas, or placed outside and below the designer. Then there's an option to define which module should be active by default when the designer loads. If you pick a module that isn't currently added, none will be selected initially. Additionally, you can configure the container shadow style. There are 7 different shadow schemes available, plus an option for no shadow at all. Finally, you can adjust the default dimensions of the canvas. Just note that these settings can be overridden by product-specific customization settings in either the Customizations tab or the Product Builder. Modules comprise the set of tools that your customers interact with in the product on the canvas. They're displayed in a bar positioned on the left, top, or bottom, depending on your layout, and you can choose to hide this bar entirely if you don't offer any modules. Adding modules is simple. Just drag and drop them to the selected modules section on the left, and remove them using the small X icon. Now let's look at the modules themselves. The Products module displays any customization linked to the same Shopify product. This module will automatically hide itself if only one customization is linked. The Images module allows customers to upload their own images, while the Text module lets them add custom text elements to their design. The Designs module gives access to image categories you set up in the Designs tab. You can also enable the Layouts module, which allows users to replace customization views with different view designs you create and connect in the Customizations tab. The Manage Layers and Text Layers modules provide detailed layer control for more complex customizations. Save Load lets your customers save a customization to their browser cache and load it sometime later. The Names and Numbers module will only be usable with at least the premium subscription. Moving on to Actions, this is the solid colored bar that appears at the top of the designer interface. Like the module bar, the Actions bar can be shown or hidden, but note that you need to show this bar if you use the Customize button designer mode. It's divided into 3 segments, the left side or File menu, the center Actions for core editing features, and the right side or More menu. You can add actions to any of these segments by dragging them into place, and you can remove them with the X. Each action performs a specific function, and the best way to get a feel for what they offer is to experiment and see what fits your needs. The toolbar is another element you can configure in the Appearance tab. This section allows you to select which toolbar options are available in the UI. You'll see a list of options with checkboxes next to them. Simply uncheck anything you don't want to display in the final interface. You can also choose between two toolbar positions. The default position is called Smart. This automatically places the toolbar next to the element being edited on the canvas. The second option is Sidebar, which places the toolbar on the left-hand side. Keep in mind though, that the sidebar option only works if your main bar layout is also set to sidebar left. Now, let's talk about the colors of your designer. In this section, you can change the colors used throughout the designer interface. You can define each color using a hex code or by selecting a shade from the color picker. The primary color affects the actions bar and all unselected icons and texts. The secondary color controls selected icons, selected text, and all buttons. Then there's the selected element color, which defines both the frame around selected canvas elements and the background color of their corner icons. You can also customize the bounding box color, the outline shown when a selected element has an active bounding box. There's even an option for an out-of-bounding box color to help identify elements that partially or completely fall outside of the design boundary. Lastly, the corner color sets the color of the corner icons on selected elements. For advanced visual changes, the Custom CSS section gives you full control over styling. Here you can add custom CSS rules to style any part of the product page or designer. This is especially useful if you want to apply brand-specific styles or tweak the appearance beyond the built-in options. And if you're not comfortable writing CSS, don't worry, just reach out to our support team and we'll be glad to help you with it. The guided tour feature lets you create an interactive walkthrough for your users, helping them learn how to use the designer. You can add steps to the tour using the Add Step button. Each step will be attached to a specific module or action, and you can include a description that will appear in a pop-up bubble. To test the tour, click Save Tour, then start Guided Tour to see how it works in action. Just a quick note, even after saving the tour, don't forget to use the General Save button to fully apply your changes. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the Appearance tab. We've covered everything from layout configuration and modules to actions, toolbars, and advanced styling options. Each of these tools gives you powerful control over how your product designer looks and functions. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out via the in-app chat. Thanks for watching, and happy customizing!